I proposed the idea to the president of engineering. He asked me how we could do it. He allowed me to pick the best engineers and the best designers at Opera to start building this product. Hi, I'm Houb Kleinhout from Opera Software, and I'm heading the Coast team.
Browsing is one of the activities that we usually do on our smartphone or tablet. And nowadays there are many browser applications that we can choose and we can use. And talking about the browser, now we have a special guest who want to share some special information. I introduce Opera, head of Opera Coast, Mr. Houb.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very, very good. I like it here in Indonesia.
Okay, it's an honor to us that you come to our office.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So what's new from the Opera? I heard that Opera launched Opera Coast. So can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just tell a bit about browsing. So everyone browses a lot of times on their mobile phones and spend a lot of time on the internet, twittering, and looking for new information or blogging. And at Opera, we have been making browsers for a long time. One of those browsers is Opera Mini. It's very popular in Indonesia, and because it saves data by compressing pages. And but actually, we found that the browsers didn't really evolve. So the user experience is very clunky, like how it used to be. And that's when we introduced Opera Coast. It's a very visual browser. You get your home screen with all your favorite sites. Everything you do is just swiping on the screen. You can swipe to go back and forth in pages. And it's a new browser, but you quickly find your way around. You can keep your favorite sites by just dragging them up in the home screen. You can search for new sites, discover new information and new cool local sites in the search function. And it provides a whole application feel to regular websites, and it really improves the way that you browse the internet.
So it looks, I've tried Opera Coast, and it's great user interface. It's like that you bring an application to the web with the icon of the browser. So is that the key feature of the Opera Coast?
Yeah, that's one of the main features. So if you have Opera Coast, then you suddenly see that you don't need to have many of the separate applications anymore. You don't need to update them because you can just use the website and it feels like an application. And that's really handy. You can have all your favorite applications from the internet. You can have them on the home screen. What is also very important is that it's really made for touch, because we are people. We are born with these fingers and they're there to be used. So you don't have to touch small clunky buttons. You can swipe on the screen, and swiping is a lot easier than just simple clicks. Another feature that's in the browser is what you can't see, because the browser, you hide all the technology, all the bookmarks, all the clunky stuff, and security buttons and warnings. You hide them in the background, but just make it work and make it safe for you.
So I also feel that there's simplicity of the key feature of the Opera Coast. Is that true?
That's absolutely true. So when Apple introduced the iPhone, it became really popular. But when they introduced it, the iPhone couldn't do much more than advanced smartphones at the time, simian phones. But it had the same features. But what it did have was this unique experience, this unique user flow that was just a lot smoother, it just was intuitive and more efficient. And we felt that was missing with the browser. So it wasn't really adapted to the mobile phones. And that's why we focus with the same kind of disciplined perfection on simplicity. We don't add clutter. We keep things simple and keep the flow really smooth and efficient.
So how about the data compression feature? We know that Opera is good in data compression.
Mm-hmm.
So is it also available on the Opera Coast?
It's not in Opera Coast right now, but we're quite likely going to see it in the future, because compression is of course important for Opera. We know that if you're in developing or in countries where the networks are still being heavily built out and developed, and it can be sometimes a challenge to to get your stuff from the internet using the mobile network. So then compression is really important to squeeze out the maximum possible.
How about the security? Can you explain more about the security of the Opera Coast?
Yeah, absolutely. So in a regular mobile browser or a regular PC browser, if you want to know that you're secure, you have to check if the name of the site is correct, that it says like bankofindonesia.com.co.id, and you have to check if that there's a padlock and check the encryption if it's good, if the site doesn't look suspicious. And all of that happens in the background in Opera Coast. So if you go to a site that is not safe, I can show you a load of site here on the screen. It's maybe a bit small to see, but I'm doing my best. If you go to a site that's not safe, there's a site that's known to spread malware, then there's a link that will protect you from the site, will take away the site and warn you, say like, hey, this site is suspicious, go away here. And if you tap the big button to close the site, it just gets thrown into the bin and you're rid of it. So you don't have to worry about safety or security at all, because whenever you're at risk, Opera Coast will warn you.
How many Opera Coast users now?
Oh, we got many million downloads of Opera Coast. We see that it's become very popular in the App Store. It has had high rankings. It varies a bit, but we see very high rankings in the App Store as well. What we can say is that we have really good growth and we get really good user reviews. So we get a lot of 4 or 5 stars reviews in the App Store. So we see that most people who download it, they really like it and they keep using it.
So this Opera Coast is especially for iPad and iPhone.
Yeah. So right now it's for iPod and iPhone, and users of iPhone and iPad. If you download the application, it's free, no strings attached. Then you can quickly see that it really feels at home. It really feels like a browser as it should have been designed for this device. So I would really definitely recommend people just try it out, give it a try, and tell us what you think.
It's a new experience. As tablets are like what I call the sweet spot of personal computing. They are powerful enough so that you can do almost anything with them, and still they're very portable. You can take them everywhere.
So another system, operation system user like Android user, can they feel the same advantage of the Opera Coast in the next time?
Well, right now, Opera already offers several browsers for a different operating system. On Android, we offer both Opera Mobile and Opera Mini. You can also download them for free right now. They offer compression, they offer a Discover feature to get latest news, and many other interesting features. Opera Coast might potentially also come to Android. We've seen that Opera in the past have offered different solutions for different platforms. So if you're on Android and want Opera Coast, then stay tuned and let us know.
Any special program maybe that can publish about the Opera Coast, especially in Indonesia?
Any special?
In Indonesia, in area in Indonesia, maybe you have some special program.
Well, it's like what we worked closely with content, different providers of content in Indonesia. So if you open Opera Coast in Indonesia, you will see websites, local websites that you're familiar with. You will see them on the site. If you search, you'll see local sites that are very popular here. We see a lot from statistics. I see that Indonesian users are very active on the internet. They chat a lot, they blog a lot, they Twitter a lot, and that makes the Indonesian internet community very dynamic and very, very interesting and very exciting to work with.
So it's a potential market for.
Absolutely, there's a lot of young people in Indonesia, and they want to know more. They want to communicate with each other and increase their knowledge and skills. And we hope that with Opera's products, including Opera Mini and Opera Coast, we can contribute to that.
Maybe you learn about the characteristic of the user in Indonesia when you build Opera Coast?
Yeah, absolutely. So I love Indonesia, and I love like eating all the nasi goreng and all the food, of course, naturally. But I also learn about. We also learn by being here in the market. We learn about the Indonesian user. There's people working for Opera in Indonesia, and we learn, for instance, the challenges they have with internet connectivity, what kind of content people browse here, and that's really important because we want to offer the best possible solution to the users here.
So about the business model of the Opera Coast?
Yeah, so Opera Coast, we launched Opera Coast for several reasons. Of course, we want to make Opera Coast a successful product, as Opera is a commercial company, to earn money from it. But what has been very important for us is that we push the web forward. We believe in open internet, where anyone can publish information and can access that information. And the internet is really perfect for that. We want to give people access to the internet that didn't have access to the internet before. And with compression technology and new ways of browsing the internet, we can push that forward. So we not only try to be a commercial application, we also want to drive the internet forward and make sure that economies can prosper and grow.
So, but what do you think about the potential between iOS and Android? You build Opera Coast now just for iOS.
Yeah.
It means that there's great potential in iOS compared with Android.
There's of course a lot of potential on Android as well. What we see is that Android and iOS, neither of them is ever going to dominate. It seems like now they will be coexist. So there's of course a lot of potential for Android as well. But if you would release version of Opera Coast for Android, we would adapt it more to the operating system, so it would feel if you own an Android phone, that it would actually feel right there.
So for the next, what is the Opera strategy to remain competitive with other browsers?
Yeah, well, of course you can't tell you, but you can say this. What you can say is like Opera challenges itself. So we launched Opera Coast, and in a way it's challenging our existing browsers like Opera Mobile and Opera Mini by launching another browser. And that's what we like to do. We like to disrupt and introduce new technologies. There's been many exciting new technologies that are launched here in Indonesia, such as Pro Web Pass, which gives people quick access to the internet using Opera Mini browser. There's a lot of compression features and more improvements going on. So if you use Opera, if you download Opera, either Opera Mini or Opera Coast, I can guarantee you that you will always get the latest advancement that make your experience better.
So any special target for the Opera Coast?
Well, we want to make it, of course, a very successful application. So we want to get many people to try it and to use it, so that we can further improve it and give even better experience.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Houb, for your interview with us. So that's all our interview about the Opera Coast. Thank you for your attention and see you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.